We are live.
Whoa.
All right, guys. Big content day today. A lot of videos, a lot of action, a lot of matchups that come down to the wire. Beef Loaf, lay it on us, my man.
Let's go, man. Let's get right in there hot and heavy. We're going to start in the Wave Sucks region. And the guy who's done almost no content, and I think it's his best content because he doesn't try to do his big dummy family man stuff. We can't root him out because he's a Cubs fan. Matt Crawford. He took on Trevor Smith. That was a Treasy idea. Let's throw Trevor back in there. We had two people got knocked out of the spots before with Gabriel Bearstown and Julian getting kicked out of the spots due to bots. And it was a walk. Matt Crawford won easily, 79% to 21%. He will advance to the championship of the Wave Sucks region and will face off against Can Dice. Can Dice outlasts Sox Optimist 55% to 45%. Boys, your thoughts on today's action in the Wave Sucks region? We're down to the championship for this one.
As you notice, Trevor, I didn't even write your name in the bracket because you got beat so badly. You didn't even deserve to have a spot. It was like as if he didn't even face anyone. So I'm like, I'm not writing his name in there because it's worthless. And then on the other side, a tough matchup between Dice and Sox Optimist. A lot of good content for both those people. Sox Optimist coming through for another year of his great content, but Dice moves on.
Sox Optimist. What no one knew, what only the three of us knew, was that if someone put bots behind Sox Optimist, I was going to let it ride because I screwed him last year. And so I owed him a mulligan. So if it would have happened here, it would have nothing I could have done about it. Nothing I could have done about it. But it ended fair and square, and he ended up losing this one. But yeah, great content as always.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was Sox Optimist in one of his he was picking today, and he gave a nice compliment to the Beef Loaf. Great matchups here, Beef. And some people are saying that this is the best tournament of Beef Loaf's career, putting this bracket together. Many are saying it, actually, boys. I don't know if you've heard it out in the streets, but it's happening out there. So
I've heard it several times by one person that's actually in this room. Multiple times within the last 2 minutes. No, I mean, listen, when I was putting these brackets I was making the ones to put up tonight, it's like if you didn't get some ones and twos and go straight like some of it has to be chalk because the people are that strong. And if they weren't ones and twos, hey, you fucked up.
Tough shit. Treasy Vino saying yes. Fuck, he would have bought bots for his QB.
That's why I couldn't let it out there. I couldn't let people know, but it was documented. Yeah, I sent it to you.
Save that money.
I know you did. You did say fair enough. Southside Mohos and Beef. Let's not get ridiculous. Julie, Trump facts might be all right. Take it easy. Take it easy. All right, now let's move on to the next bracket here. The Alley White Sox region, and we had the number one seed in the Alley White Sox region. Alexis Lopez, pretty close all day. Sam Reeves did a great job of keeping this tight, especially against the number one seed, but eventually Alexis held on 55% to 45%. She'll move on to the championship of the Alley White Sox region, and she'll face off against Little Tina. Little Tina coasted against Losing Ugly, 58% to 42%. It wasn't very close all day, and so we got a nice championship matchup in the Alley White Sox region. Alexis Lopez, Little Tina. Alexis was in the finals last year. Little Tina has had some great content the last couple of years and hasn't been able to finish it off and get to the final. So it should be an interesting one. Treasy, your thoughts?
I mean, Sam keeps putting out great content. He did a great job
Could use
today,
the microphone though.
but he had no chance. He had no chance in this one. He kept it close-ish, but yeah, it was definitely Alexis all day. I'm starting to believe she deserves that one seed, but I'm not quite there yet.
It's got to win one more to prove it to you, right?
Six
More
more,
in that whole bracket.
4 more wins, and I'm in.
I feel like Sam would have done better today had I been able to hear his first video of the day. Like, I'm at the gym, I have headphones in, I can't hear it. And I was like, just buy a microphone. He's like, oh man, it's a waste of money. Sam, I'm sure you shit $20 out of your ass every day. So you could buy a set of wireless mics. Like, it would make it so much better, even if you only use them once a year. Once a year, you have $20. You have $20. And then on the other side, hey, congrats to Losing Ugly for making it to the Final Four.
Oh, yeah.
In his bracket
Nice
and
job.
upsetting once again the guy that never comes with the heat that he says he's going to bring, Ken WO fucking up again, not even making it to the Final Four in his own bracket, being a 2. God, Ken, Jesus Christ, dude, get it together. Go
Absolutely great.
and Alexis.
All right, next up is That Classic View region. And That Classic View region featured a matchup between the number 1 seed, Missy Carroll, and number 4 seed, Alex Rude. And this was one of the best matchups, I think, of the last couple years in the 108 tourney. A ton of votes. It went back and forth all goddamn day. Missy was making an infinite amount of content. Alex was doing like a scary amount of Jaeger bombs and then also hosting a spaces and trying to make people meet in the middle there who had disagreements. He brought Soxwood out of retirement onto Twitter. I mean, it was just a wild ass fucking day. In the end, little over 2,000 votes, and Alex Rude finishes off 51% to 49%. So close. Great matchup, an instant classic. So Alex Rude is going to move on to the championship of That Classic View region. And he's going to face off against Mailman Jack, who quietly, easily won today against the former champion, Brian Knights. Mailman Jack, 56% to 44%, gets to the championship of That Classic View region. This is something special in 108 tourney history, Treasy. There's something, MSS, something that could happen here, okay? We have never, in all the years we've done this, the 8 years that we've had the 108 tourney, never has someone in their 50s made it to the finals. The first couple of years, it was just Final Four, and then in 2020, we started doing the Final 8. So here's the list of people that were even 40 years old or older that actually made it to the finals since the beginning. 2018, we had Chuck Garfine and My Sock Summer got there. 2019, you're truly the Beef Loaf. 2020, Juan Uribe's Cup and the Beef Loaf. 2021, Layla Rahimi and Loaf. 2023, Mrs. Beef Loaf and Herb Lawrence. And then 2024, that was last year, Beef Loaf and HBIC. Those are the people that have been 40 years of age or older, but no one has been above 50 and made it to the finals. And tomorrow, Mailman Jack, if he can get by Alex Rude, will be the first person 50 or older to make the finals if he can win That Classic View region. Boys, your thoughts on today's action here?
I should have stayed in the tournament so that I could get your first 75-year-old to make it to the final.
75-year-old looking.
I mean, so I'm going to throw something out here. So I think Alex did this very wisely today using the spaces. The spaces we've seen in the past that would work. Like Brian Knights used it like really well.
Yeah.
It helps you because it shows up on like way more people's radar because it like kind of lights up and it's on the side on the desktop version. It shows you like, hey, you should probably listen to this in the phone version. So like it just, even if not a lot of people jump into the spaces, a lot of people are reminded that something is going on. So it's a valuable tool in the arsenal. So it was a good use by Alex, and it got him there. Also, like 800 Jaeger bombs. I'm sure Josh Nelson check in on him, make sure he's okay.
Absolutely.
I like the battle between Missy and Alex, and it never got dirty. If Missy's dad could have figured out how to vote for her, she probably would have won. So,
that's tough.
He could have got all his buddies there, to vote for her too, but didn't work. And I see she fired off a lot of the thirst trap picks after trying to get it. So still didn't work this time. And then Mailman Jack, just amazing. I love how he's capitalizing. I said it the last time, capitalizing on our female audience that's into older dudes that are half naked. So Jack, you might want to whip out them titties tomorrow and show everybody what they've been waiting for and move right past Alex. Get into that final, buddy.
So here's my question here, I guess.
Yeah.
In this situation, like Mailman Jack won a lower volume matchup there against Brian. Brian wasn't really pushing all day, and because he didn't, Mailman Jack whooped that ass, and it didn't get a high volume of votes. Do we think Mailman Jack can win a high volume vote matchup like Alex and Missy just had? If Alex is really pushing it, can he get it if it's a 1,500 or 1,800 vote thing? We think Mailman Jack could close that out.
I think that's going to be tough, man.
Yeah,
that's a lot of votes. That's a lot of votes. I mean, I think that Mailman Jack has his crew that's like hardcore and in there. But you saw with Baloney today. We'll get to him in a little while, but there's people who've got like hardcore followers, but when you try and get outside that, then it gets really difficult.
Yeah, there's no question about it. All right, moving on to the Summer of George region and the aforementioned Baloney. This was a tight matchup. Number 1 seed Maloney against Senior Sox. This one went back and forth all day. In fact, Senior Sox was leading in the final 2 hours of this matchup. Baloney pulled out all the content stops. He pulled out all the Barstool name stops. He had Eddie Barstool stumping for him. He had Clem stumping for him. I saw Ozzie Guillen Jr. stumping for him. And he needed every last bit of all those celebrity stumps because he barely pulled this one out against Senior Sox, 51% to 49%. Baloney's going to move on to the championship of the Summer George region. And he is going to face off against, we had Shannon go against Liz. And, this one was tight early in the day, but Liz kind of pulled away as the day went on. Shannon told me it's a conspiracy because she always has to face tough women in this, and that's how she ends up losing. And so she's pretty pissed at me. Too bad, Shannon. Haha, you lost. But Liz moves on 60% to 40%, and she'll face off against Baloney in the championship of the Summer George region tomorrow. Boys, your thoughts?
Yeah, Shannon's saying that. You know what she's saying? She would have whooped Baloney's ass. That's what she's
she was talking smack. Yeah, she was talking shit. Yep, 100%. Absolutely.
More than likely. Another great year for Shannon, and just of great content, and like just every year it's great. It's fun. And then Liz, thanks to Liz for stepping in and then now making it to the championship. So Baloney, you got your work cut out for you here, sir. Congrats to Senior Sox too, coming out of a 3-way and then getting against one bum and then trying to go up against the next bum. So we know who's the bigger bum. I know they're recording live right now. So Baloney's top bum now, and he should hold that over HBIC's head for life. But yeah, congrats, Senior. But yeah, that's gonna be a fun matchup, Baloney versus Liz, and we'll see what Liz does. And Liz has got the simps. Baloney's got some Barstool guys. So we'll see who can win tomorrow. We'll see.
MSS. So does this mean that Senor Sox is more hated than Baloney? Is that the?
I wasn't gonna bring that up. I wasn't gonna bring that up. I wasn't gonna say it.
You called him hated earlier. Like
I said that a lot of people hate Senior Sox, but then he said, "Well, we've been talking back and forth, but then he beat a bum." So I said we grossly underestimated how many people hate HBIC. So apparently, I don't think Baloney's hated as much as Senior, clearly, but Senior is definitely hater. So yeah.
MSS is a hater mode on. He knows.
I guess so. It's this fucking Mars stupid soda that's like lime. It's just got me all cantankerous.
Speaking of Liz, though, Liz has access to wild animals and can get pictures of them up close, which is the craziest shit ever because she works at the rescue place, so she can get she had a picture of a fucking Arctic fox that she was having to take to a veterinarian. It's like, no one else can get this. No one else has access to a huge fucking tiger 8 feet from them they get a picture of during the middle of the day. And so that's a secret weapon you don't think about. You think about the Simps, MSS, but you don't think about exotic animals being right at her fingertips. Dude, and pictures of them be taken all over the place.
Most Simps that I know love exotic animals. So I'm just saying.
It's one basket is what you're saying.
I've never met a guy with some rare ass snake that is not a Simp. Okay, it doesn't have 6 subscriptions to Girls OnlyFans. Okay, so let's take it easy. She knows her market. She's fine.
Senior Sox says, should have put me in a 3-way. Those are my specialties. I'm sorry. All right, I can't make everything a goddamn 3-way, you bastard. How dare you?
I love it.
All right, let's move on to the next region, and this one is the Whiskey Gotcha region, and this is a region that was dominated by the 11th Ward characters, and it continues to be so. And Bob Tolan, number 1 seed, faced off against Pino's number 4 seed. This one again, back and forth all day, very tight. The 11th Ward coming up with the last votes they need late. Sounds familiar to all my time that I've lived in the 11th Ward, Treasy, as Bob Tolan sneaks one out 51% to 49% against Pino's. On the other side of the bracket, we had John Walker III facing off against Bert Ferkel. Bert, the Cinderella story in this bracket, got by number 2 seed Ricky Shifter. A lot of momentum there. Was leading much of the day, including into the 7 o'clock hour today, but just could not hold on. John Walker III wins 51% to 49% against Bert Ferkel. So we're going to have the number 1 seed Bob Tolan face off against the number 3 seed John Walker III in the Whiskey Gotcha region. Boys, your thoughts.
I'm heartbroken for Bert. I mean, it made such a good run, and then to lose in the last little hour there. Man, and Bert can use a couple wins. He's been having a rough time. You
Recently
see his
divorced.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So
Single
it's,
dad, that's tough,
I felt bad. I wish I could have done something, but I can't do anything in this one. But thanks, Bert. We do love you, and I hope things get better for you.
Well, these two are like the heavy hitters of the 11th Ward with Bob and John. So we'll see what goes down. Like this is their Super Bowl. So whoever wins this one has got bragging rights on the block for at least a year.
Yeah.
And then like the next rounds, they matter, but they don't matter as much as this one. Cause when you beat your friends, you're really beating the people that you need to beat. So yeah,
absolutely.
Good luck, guys. Let's make it. Let's make 1 million votes here. Come on, let's do it.
And the winner of this will probably be lucky enough to finish 4th the next aldermanic race in the 11th Ward. So that'll be nice for them too.
They'll carry you. That's true.
They'll lose to Sheriff. Sheriff will take them out in the primary.
Exactly. Knocked right out of there.
He doesn't even have to put banners up. They're still up.
Hey, let's leave them up last time. Just get a marker to change the year,
The name you know.
26.
Easy enough, all right? Next up was the Sunday Soak region. And this region, we had the number 1 overall seed, Maddie Spagnola, facing off against the number 4 seed, Dougie Freshness. Maddie carried the day. She was losing like the first hour, and then I think when all of her people woke up, then everything changed. She ends up winning in high volume, 67% to 33%. She'll run to the championship of the Sunday Soak region and face off against Shy Sox fan Mike, who got by the Taco Gladiator, 59% to 41%. Mike has barely lifted a finger through this tournament, but now is the time where he is going to have to lift a finger unless he wants to get humiliated by Maddie Spagnola, because she got everybody. She got all the people. That's why she won this tournament last year. And you can paint it as simps, which I saw my man Dougie Freshness try to do. But you know how hard it is to win this tournament? Only the elite talent can win this tournament. And she's been whooping ass every round, and she's going to whoop ass this round if Shy Sox fan Mike don't come with it, boys. What do you think?
Well, that's the thing. I want to know, like, because back in the early days when we would have like quasi serious baseball people, like Sox Machine or something, they're like, we can't really get too involved in this because we're serious baseball people. You got to look at Ryan McGuffey's content all day today and tell me that guy is not a serious, guy. This is a guy that actually does it, and he got in. You can have fun. People still respect your dumb Sox opinions or good Sox opinions, both. Right. So, feel free to get through there. So, Mike, don't think that those guys, those head honchos over there at Sports Mockery, are going to clap down on you and say, "Oh, you're not serious anymore, Mike." If you make a video or two going for the 108 tourney, they'll probably be like, "Please, Mike, make a goddamn video or two, or make some memes or a what do they call that? Remember the jib jabs, all that shit."
Yeah,
Let's do one of those.
Flip slam, jib jab.
Catch a niner in there.
Don't worry about it. But also, Maddie is a fucking force. I mean, Dougie is a content machine, and he got smoked like the cigars he likes to smoke on his back patio. I mean, she is just hard to stop. So she's like a female White Sox Dave in the second run. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's beautiful to watch. So, I mean, she's doing it. So good job, Maddie. But Mike, make a jib jab. Let's go.
Jib jab. He was about to sing the Camptown Lady to us right there, Tracy.
Beef, I got nothing to add. That was perfect.
That was perfect. All right, next up, we have the 108 region. And this was kind of a funny one because
you fucked up.
We had Sox Girl MG, who everyone was calling a ghost entrant, even though she tweeted after the round 2 victory against Trevor. She's like, I didn't realize that I was traveling for work, etc. She posted a bunch of cat pictures. No one really noticed, though, because they were still calling her the ghost entrant today. She used the number 16 seed win against the number 13 seed, Sammy White Sox. Sammy White Sox coasted today. And Sammy White Sox has coasted kind of every round. Really just kind of like winning easily. Today she went 64% to 36% to get to the championship of the 108 region. And she'll face off against Nicole Page. And Nicole Page's claim to fame is finding White Sox Dave's wallet that he lost at a game a couple years ago. Anyway, Nicole gets past Katie Thomas, who's we've hung out with at some tailgates and stuff. She won 52% to 48%. So Nicole Page faces off against Sammy White Sox in the championship of the 108 region. Treasy, your thoughts?
Just really feel like if there was any bracket that you really nailed, It's this one, the 10 versus 13 seed
Yes,
for the championship. It feels like you knew exactly what was going to happen in this one. So I just wanted to give you a shout out. I know you were already telling us how great you are.
They're
But I just
saying I'm
wanted to
having my best
reinforce
year
it.
ever. So that's
Just
what
wanted
it
to
is,
reinforce it.
Yeah, this was the fun one. This is a fun one, and I like it. This is like the Cinderella bracket. So good job.
Yeah, it's everyone under 1,000 1,000 followers on Twitter. Now I'm debating doing away with this bracket going forward. I haven't made my final decision, but so it's possible. This is the last like true 108 region we have under 1,000 followers champion. So good luck, ladies, tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one.
I mean, you only have 11 more months to figure out if you're going to get rid of it.
Just
So,
11 more months to
start
10 and a half. But yeah, you're right.
start
100%.
thinking about it tonight. That's for sure.
And then the last region.
Trevor says I would have beaten Sammy Whiteside. Don't worry, Trevor. I'll find another way for you to get in the tournament.
we'll figure out a 9th spot in the finals. Don't worry.
Get you back in.
We won't tell you though, so be ready. Start making those videos now.
Just be ready. All right. No campaigning otherwise. All right. And then closing it out with the White Sox Dave region. We had the number 1 seed Courtney Finicum going against Sox Mom 72. Sox Mom 72 had a great tournament. Did a great job with the content. She blew out Chris Lanuti last round. Just not enough against Courtney. Courtney's tough. Courtney Finicum wins 58% to 42% against Sox Mom. She advances to the final of the White Sox Dave region, and she'll face off against Ryan McGuffey, the aforementioned Ryan McGuffey, who my Sox Summer made a great point. He was making a ton of content today. Him and Sean were going back and forth. I saw Sean claim he was going to do 50 push-ups. Sean did about 10, and then he stopped and said, I can't do 50 push-ups. Whatever. Maybe you should have done the 50, Sean. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Ryan McGuffey gets past him 54% to 46% in a very tight matchup all goddamn day. So the championship of the White Sox State region is going to come down to Courtney Finicum and Ryan McGuffey. My Sox, some of your thoughts.
I want to know how many more women fouled Ryan McGuffey after he was in that hot tub. That is what is in my head. People are probably like, damn, I was unfamiliar with Ryan McGuffey's hot tub game. And he has that access right away with a hot tub. So good job. And Courtney Finicum, yeah, again, fucking force. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be who pumps out the content. And I don't know. I think Guff might be able to overtake the woman vote. So let's see. We'll see what happens.
I got one thought on this. So watching the videos today, and Sean did the push-up thing, and then Ryan McGuffey was doing the plank.
He was really flexing on that shit.
Yeah.
But the thing that I have questions about is that Cap was back there watching him. and even made the statement, I've seen you do this for 6 minutes. Like, how often is Cap watching McGuffey plank? I don't know if I'm the only one that was questioning this as they're hearing it. It was a little off-putting. It was a little weird. I don't know if I need more information, but I want more information.
I love it.
That's true.
I did notice that, not quite as acutely as you did, Treasy. I'm sure it happens all the time. They're working together all day, right? I mean, as soon as the Catman is done with the morning show at ESPN, they're doing their YouTube channel. So I assume all day.
Let me get a quick plank in here, Cap. Yeah, go right ahead. Get down.
Get down in there, dude. Sean puts in the comments, have you ever done 50 push-ups? ? It's impossible. No, I've never done 50 push-ups in a row. Not once. Not my entire life. I mean, when I was in good shape, I could probably do 25. I don't know. I could probably do 5 right now. I have no idea. But
we're big, guys.
I predicted you were not going to be able to do 50. When I turned it on, I'm like, no way is this guy knocking out 50 fucking push-ups.
When I saw 50 and then I saw the time of the video, I was like, this seems even more impossible.
Exactly. My Sox Summer, maybe it's time for a little advertisement.
Oh, hey, you know what? That would be great. I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to be done. But here we go.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong. Can you tell which thing is not like the other by the time I finish this song?
We had a hell of a fucking time there.
Bullshit. Ryan's lying. Then want to use lying because Cap said he saw you do it for 6 minutes.
Absolutely love it. I love Asked, answered. Let's go.
Hey, last Friday over there at Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp, we ran into Joey P and his wife. And let me tell you, that place was packed. But you know what? They get your food to you fast. It's fresh. It's great. I heard so many people talk about how great the French fries were last Friday.
Yeah.
And
you
they
overheard that. Remember
They're
that? That was-
fucking great, dude. This woman was like, "Oh, these are great fries." And it's like, you know why they're great fries? Because they don't sit under one of them heat lamps. And then they give them to you. They're fucking fresh. They're right out there into the bag, right to you. Burn your lip if you're not careful. So get over there to Lawrence's, make it a combo. Listen, we found out something that on Friday.
They throw hot oil at you. If
You can get a fountain soda, which you get free refills on for $1 or more. You can upgrade the can of pop to a fountain soda for $1, but you get free refills. So if you're a pop person or you just love cherry Coke like me and Love do, you can guzzle that shit down for just $1 or more, man. Those things cost like $3 in the fucking grocery store. Go get yourself upgrade. You deserve an upgrade, so make it a combo for $6 more and get that fountain soda.
You and I just getting fat as hell drinking
Oh my
cherry
God.
Pepsi or cherry Coke or whatever's left. Whatever's there.
I'm just drinking it and I'm going, man, I should have a treat. You know, I usually have a little sugar in the afternoon. And I'm like, I just drank 6 bags of sugar because I had 19 cherry Pepsis.
Sean's still trying to. He's saying the Steel Great Outdoors is the worst service.
Oh, my
we don't
God.
want to hear
Come
this
on.
bullshit. I'm tired of hearing these excuses. Either you're not 50 out or don't fucking knock 50 out. All right, that's it. I don't want to hear no fucking bullshit. All right, let's rip back through the matchups one last time for tomorrow. So Tuesday, March 18th, we have the regional championships of all 8 regions. In the White Sox Day region, it'll be Courtney Finicum against Ryan McGuffey.
Yep.
In the 108 region, it's going to be Sammy White Sox versus Nicole Page. In the Sunday Soak region, it's going to be Maddie Spagnola against Shy Sox fan Mike. In the Whiskey Gotcha region, we're going to have Bob Tolan against John Walker III. In the Summer George region, we're going to have Baloney against Liz. In that Classic View region, we're going to have Alex Rude against Mailman Jack. In the Alley White Sox region, we'll have Alexis Lopez against Little Tina. And in the Wave Sucks region, we'll have Matt Crawford against Ken Dice. Boys, any parting thoughts about the regional championships tomorrow?
It's going to be wild. It's going to
It
be
is.
wild. I'm looking
Looking
forward to it. That
A lot of
11th Ward
votes today.
matchup.
Let's get more votes
my
tomorrow.
eyes on it.
It's going to be a good time.
Fucking right.
Well, all right, fellas.
Happy St.
That's it for
Pat's.
tonight. Have a great one, everyone.